We are here where I want to talk about setting up your loans in the chart of accounts. You're going to have several types of loans, and it's important that you set them up properly and that you know how to make payments to these loans. So let's go to QuickBooks and I'll show you how to set up loans. One of the things we talked about way back when we talked about setting up your chart of accounts is the fact that loans are what we call the liabilities, and you have two types of the liabilities that you can use. When you look down here, you're gonna see long-term liability and other current liabilities, and other currents actually called short-term liabilities. The way this work is that the short-term liabilities is something you want to pay back within 12 to 13 months, while the long-term liability would be like a 5-year mortgage or something like that. So if you look at what they have in here, they actually have some loans, but it doesn't have to really be this that they have. It could be a loan that you put money into the company and now you want to pay yourself back. It could be a loan with the bank. Any of this is considered a loan in QuickBooks. So let's go ahead and I'll show you how to set up one. The way you're going to set up any new account is go to accounts and choose new. Because this is going to be a long-term liability, I'm not going to pick loans from this list because it assumes it's a short term. If I do that, I'm going to come down here where it says other account types and choose long-term liability from this list. Now I'm going to hit continue, and this is where I can set it up. Now I'm going to go ahead and assign a number to this. I will assign 23,300, and I'm also going to give this a name. Now I want to keep this consistent with how I named the other. It's not something you have to do, it's just what I want to do this. So they actually called it loan, and they said vehicles. Now, this is not a sub account of the other, and if I wanted to put a description, I could. Don't need account number and all this stuff, but I do need an opening balance, so I'm going to go and enter it in. Let's say $23,000 as of today's date. That's okay. Now I'm going to click OK. When I save and close, you will see that I now have a new loan account on my long-term liability list. Now, a couple of things you just need to know. Did you notice that it didn't ask us anywhere what's the interest rate, how many months we're going to pay it, and all those stuffs? And that's because if you're just putting in a loan this way, it doesn't keep track of all of that. So one of the things we're going to do that using the loan manager in the next video. So let's say there's another type of loan that you needed to set up. Okay, let's go ahead and set up another one. I'm going to go ahead and create a new account, and this time I'm going to right and click and choose new, and I'm going to make it just a loan, a short-term liability, and I'm going to continue. Just going to call it business loan. So I'm going to put this amount as of the start date of today. Now click OK and then save and close. And now you'll see if I look down here, I have this one set up here, but notice that this time it went way down to the bottom of the list, and that's because I didn't actually put a number. So I'm actually going to go down and edit, and I'm going to choose 23,800. I'm going to save and close. And now if you notice, it has come back up with the other current liabilities. So that's a quick way to actually set up your loans in the chart of accounts.